The ancient stone hall stretched endlessly before them, its walls carved with forgotten runes and glowing faintly in the dim light from the fractured crystal chandeliers above. The dragon keeper tightened his grip on the obsidian staff that pulsed with a low hum, as if aware of the presence of the beast lurking deeper within the shadows of the hall. Beside him, the alien queen moved with an elegant grace that belied the tension in her posture, her iridescent skin reflecting the fractured light and making her appear like a living constellation poised for war as her eyes scanned the darkness for any sign of movement. The air was thick with a scent of sulfur and something older, something that had lingered in the bones of the hole for centuries, and the dragon keeper could feel the power of the creature pressing against his mind like a heavy fog threatening to drown his thoughts in fear. The first roar came from the far end of the hole, a deep rumble that shook the stones underfoot and made the chandeliers sway as if warning them that the time for hesitation had passed, and the alien queen stepped forward, speaking in a language older than any human tongue, words that resonated with the walls and caused the runes to flare brighter. The dragon keeper nodded, acknowledging her authority, yet knowing that their survival depended on the union of their powers. The staff in his hand glowed brighter, and a shield of energy expanded around them, forming protective barrier against the unseen attacks that might come from the shadows of the hall. As they advanced, the hall seemed to stretch further with each step, their reflections dancing in the polished floors as if mocking their approach, but they ignored the illusions, focusing on the vibrations beneath their feet, which told them the beast was near and waiting to strike. Suddenly the floor trembled violently as the beast emerged from the darkness, a colossal creature with scales like molten stone, eyes burning with an intelligence that was terrifying in its clarity, and claws that could tear through steel as it roared, and the sound reverberated through the hall like an ancient warning to all who dared trespass. The alien queen raised her hands, and the air shimmered with the strange energy waves of power radiating outward that made the beast hesitate for a moment, as if acknowledging her command, yet also fueling its rage further as it lunged forward with a speed that belied its massive size. The dragon keeper met the charge with a sweep of his staff, releasing a torrent of fire that collided with the beast mid-stride, causing sparks and fragments of stone to fly as the hole itself seemed to respond to the clash of their powers, shaking and groaning under strain of the confrontation. With every movement, the alien queen sang a melody of power, her voice weaving complex tapestry of energy that restrained the beast momentarily, allowing the dragon keeper to channel his magic into the staff, sending bolts of concentrated light that seared through the air toward the creature's exposed underbelly. The beast twisted and howled, adapting to their combined assaults, its tail smashing against pillars, sending debris flying, while the alien queen leapt across the shattered floor, her body moving with supernatural agility, dodging the claws and teeth of the monster as she struck it with pulses of energy that left scorch marks along its scales. The hall seemed alive with the echoes of their battle, each step and strike resonating in the ancient stones, as if the spirits of the place themselves had awakened to witness the struggle between two champions, and the creature whose existence had long been forgotten by all but the oldest of legends. Hours seemed to pass as they battled the beast, their movements perfectly synchronized with an unspoken understanding born of necessity and trust, the dragon keeper's mastery of elemental forces complementing the alien queen's command of psionic energy, and together they became a force greater than the sum of their parts. In a moment of brilliance, the dragon keeper summoned a vortex of fire and wind, trapping the beast within a spiraling column of destructive energy, while the alien queen focused her mind, projecting a beam of pure light into the creature's core, destabilizing its energy and forcing it to roar in agony as cracks began to form along its stone-like armor. The beast's final charge was desperate, a mixture of fury and fear. It smashed against the vortex, trying to break free, but the combined will of the dragon keeper and the alien queen held it firm, the hole trembling violently as the creature's strength waned and its massive body began to collapse under the weight of their assault. When at last the beast fell to the ground, the hole grew silent, the only sound the faint crackle of residual energy and the heavy breathing of the two warriors who had survived the trial they had faced together. And as the dust settled, the alien queen extended a hand to the dragon keeper, a gesture of respect and acknowledgement for the strength they had shared. Together they walked through the hole, now bathed in the light of the surviving crystals, each step reverberating with the knowledge that they had faced the impossible and emerged victorious, the beast no longer a threat, yet its presence leaving an indelible mark upon their spirits and a reminder that true power required unity and courage. The dragon keeper turned to the alien queen, and for a moment words were unnecessary, the bond forged in battle stronger than any spoken promise. and as they left the hole behind, the sun rose beyond the distant mountains, casting light upon the world they had protected and changed forever. The ancient stone hole remained silent once more, the beast lying still, yet the air charged with the memory of what had transpired, the runes dimming slowly as if exhausted by the energy they had contained, and the echoes of two beings who had defied legend and survived resonated within the walls for eternity.